everyone. Welcome to our event, Reshaping the Box Business Talk. I would like to welcome everyone who has chosen to join us. My name is Vicky, and I'm going to be one of the hosts tonight.
Hello everyone from me as well. My name is Marty. I'm going to be the co-host.
Tonight, Startup Blagoevgrad and TEDx AUBG, two of the biggest student clubs at the American University in Bulgaria, have organized something quite different from the usual thing you would see when scrolling through your Facebook feed. Ms. Devi, would you like to introduce yourself?
It would be my pleasure. Thank you so much. I am the Dean of Faculty and also Dean of two departments of Psychic Arts and Divination. And it's absolutely a pleasure. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has.
Oh, that's great because we already have a lot of questions in the chat. Shall I begin?
You're more than welcome to ask me a question.
Okay. Then let's start. What is the biggest benefit of learning about magic, in your opinion?
In my opinion, we're all born with these gifts. And I believe that society has trained it out of us. What I see as an epidemic is that people have a great deal of difficulty identifying their senses. And so at the very base level in studies in the psychic arts department, which is also very useful in the divination department, I teach about the senses of the body, the five gross senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Then we can talk about super sensing. Now we know about a grouping of people who have super senses, like sommeliers, who can smell a wine and tell you all about where it was grown and how it was aged, or a chef who can smell a spice and know exactly where it belongs and how much. But I think most people don't really understand their senses. Now, I teach psychic arts by means of utilizing the tools of meditation because I come from the training of the Far Eastern mystery schools. And meditation is the underpinning, the foundation of everything that I teach. But in order to withdraw from the senses, we first have to identify them, and we have to understand the difference between sensing in the body, those super heightened senses. And if anyone's a parent, you know you have those heightened senses, you know when something's going on with your child. And this happens very quickly when these children are babies. But then in meditation, we're trained to withdraw from the senses and then become the witness of what's going on in order to merge with the oneness. We all have these abilities, and this is what I believe is the absolute magic of studying with us at Grey School, because this is a foundation that everybody learns, and then whichever path you choose, this then becomes a powerful tool and a part of your foundation.
Ms. Devi, would you like to comment about the importance of wizardry, right? If I'm not wrong. Would you like to answer to that one?
Okay, the biggest benefit of magic, that one? I feel the biggest benefit of studying magic is to realize that you are magical and that life is magical. I think that is the number one major thing. A lot of people are drawn to it because of situations in life and wanting to gain more power for whatever reason, whether it's health or emotional. And I feel that learning the tools of magic really helps to heal those past patterns and also empowers the individual to move forward with strength. Ultimately, to be a wizard is to be a servant of society, to serve the greater good of all. And so once we learn in the beginning how to connect, how to ground and center, how to protect and keep our energy fields clean, we then can go out and share this information and help people as well as the earth and animals.
Okay, great, Miss Devi. So
you can call me Ambika. Devi is actually the name is kind of a singular name, but it's a big mouthful. So Ambika is fine. Devi means goddess, so it's kind of like a title.
Okay.
It was given to me though. I did not choose this name.
Okay, great. So my question is, what do you show or say to someone who doesn't believe in magic? How do you convince them?
It's kind of like the same way I prove that you can meditate. It's through the breath and your own use of your own voice, which is your own primordial sound. And to realize that you can make a drastic change in your energy field and your awareness, because this is really how life happens. I think a lot of people think life happens to you, but it's really what you're projecting. So when we learn how to control our reactions and then re-reactions to what is happening in life, then we begin to perceive the magic of it all. Thought. We create reality through our thought. As a divinator, so often people will come to someone who practices divination and say, what will happen? And I always turn that around and say, what can I do in order to make whatever it is the individual wants to happen? If we wait for things to happen, random things will occur. But when we are clear and we are actively a part of manifesting, then we absolutely make it happen. Think about this. If you've ever wanted to purchase a new car and you began to get really clear on the model and the year and the color of the car, have you noticed that you see that car moving around as you're out in traffic driving? This happens. This is why vision boards work. And this is a great time of year to start tearing pages out of magazines and creating a vision board, because this is a way, right now is a better time than waiting till January 1st to think about what you want to do in the coming year. And I actually recommend you start in November. So next year can begin a little bit earlier, deciding on what it is you want to create, and then devising incremental steps that become your momentum chain to really get this going. The best place to begin is with self and what we're projecting about ourselves. We have to change ourselves in order to change the world around us.
We have a question from the public to Ambika. Do you connect what you just talked about with the so-called term, the secret? Have you heard about it?
Oh, absolutely. The secret does give a lot of great information. And in the 6th level course I wrote in the psychic arts department, I do talk about manifestation. And I think one of the things that is left out, and even in the work of study in the field of intention, we've got to believe. We've got to believe that this occurs, and not just that it will occur, but that it already has, because time is a construct of the human mind.
I'm literally mesmerized. We discussed so many different topics, and it was very interesting for me to moderate. I would like to thank you on my behalf and on Marty's behalf, of course, for joining us tonight at this event. I hope that it was interesting for you to get to know each other and to get to know us. Thank you really much. Thank you to our viewers as well.
Thank you so much.